guys, welcome to Wait a Minute. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Lots going on, but first let me get some announcements out of the way. My name is Shanice Caldwell, the bariatric lifestyle coach. A couple of announcements. Obesity Action Coalition is hosting a Facebook Live event on April the 23rd. That's this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maintaining personal health during self-isolation. And they're going to have topics that include stress management, physical health, nutrition, and goal setting. So tune in for that. It's going to be a great event. Also, check out Obesity Action Coalition's website for some really great educational and informational topics that include frequently asked questions about obesity and risk for developing COVID-19. Stress eating during a pandemic, and they have some great topics and articles on fitness for all ages. So check that out as well. And for all of my advocates who were attending this year's Healthy Voices Conference in Dallas, that has been canceled for this year, please make sure to follow Healthy Voices on their Instagram and Twitter for updates and information on accessing the Super Healthy Voices Live event that is being hosted on Saturday, April the 25th. It's an opportunity for all of us to get together virtually and enjoy some of the wonderful and inspiring information that we would have experienced this year at the conference. So I am hoping to see you all there as we recharge ourselves. And even through everything that's kind of going on, we all know that our advocacy doesn't stop. And now in these trying times with so much stress, many of us really are much needed right now in our community. So we definitely have to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. So I hope to see you guys next Saturday at that event virtually. And speaking of personal health, it's actually part of today's topic. So weight loss surgery patients know. We know all too well that challenges and struggles don't go away after weight loss surgery. And this new and hopefully temporary way of life is kind of forcing us to make some drastic adjustments to how we're living. It's sudden and it's a certainly unplanned change. So I want to know not how you're doing. I care how you're doing. I really do. But I don't want to know how you're doing. I want to know how you're coping. Are you letting this pandemic affect your mental and emotional state? And if so, how are you coping? How are you dealing with those feelings and that stress? Are you stress eating? If so, is this pandemic going to affect your weight in a way that is it going to affect you in a way that can affect your health and emotional state long after we resume some semblance of normalcy? And once things go back to normal, how you're coping going to affect your lifestyle? So I want you to look at the good as opposed to the bad. Try to change your mindset to reflect on the good things that are happening right now or that could be happening right now. What were you complaining about a few months ago that you're not complaining about or having to deal with today? Was it work, your coworkers, not having enough time for family, for things you like to do, not having enough quality time with your spouse or your kids? What were you complaining about a few months ago that now it's not on your radar? You now have time to devote time to things that you've neglected or not had the time to do. Now is basically the time because we're kind of being forced to stop and catch our breath, in a way. We have time to kind of decompress a little bit. We have time to slow down and count our blessings and take stock of our life and take action towards changes that we want or need to make. Now is the perfect time to be doing that, to focus on that, to plan that. And I feel like really now is not the time to get lax or complacent. What we don't want to do is lose sight of our long-term progress, any progress that we've made up to this point, and we definitely don't want to lose sight of our long-term goals. Um, Sorry about the guys. I'm just kind of all over the place. It's easy to fall back into habits and kick our feet up and do little to nothing while we wait this thing out, basically. So I'm challenging you guys to be productive. That's my challenge to you guys. And I'm not saying not to enjoy some downtime and relax and do nothing. That's okay. It's fine to do that. But don't let that be what you spend the majority of your time doing. Try not to worry about the things that you cannot control and focus on the things that you can control. Put your focus on those things. What can you control? You can control what you're eating, how you show up mentally, emotionally, and physically every day. How are you showing up? At the end of the day, yes, you do feel the stress and anxiety of what's happening in our country and in the world. And yes, we're all affected. But what can you do for yourself and for your household, the people immediately around you and yourself? What can you do in this moment? For me, it's always about balance and positivity. Always taking care of yourself so that you can come out of this better than how you went into it. So take advantage of this time, basically. My message to you is take advantage of this time. Take advantage of the free trials that many of the fitness apps and trainers and clubs are offering. Get outside and do yard work or play with your kids. Be creative with your workout routines by using the stairs in your house, dance workouts, body weight exercises. Get creative. There should be no excuses here for finding ways to keep moving and to continue to be your best or work towards being your best. Plan your meals, do home projects, journal, read, take up new hobbies. Take time to connect or reconnect with your loved ones, especially those who share your immediate space. I'd love to hear how you guys are coping and how you're doing. Weigh in on this topic, and I'll talk to you guys next week.